the fall of 2024. Will you go to college? Will you go to university? I sure hope not. I'm going to give you my reasons today for why it might be better to find a superior alternative to college and university degrees. So let's get started. First of all, I have a question for you. Do you want to get rich when you're young, or when you're middle-aged, or when you're old? Getting rich when you're young, well, guess what? Going to college is going to put that off. I literally am saying this from personal experience because when I was, 21 years old, that's when I decided, I'm going to go and get a college degree. It was a horrible idea. No one told me that this was a horrible idea, but I understood now, 2020 hindsight. You can understand this now from plenty of people's, especially entrepreneurs' experience, that college is a scam and a waste of time. It's because it doesn't take that long to establish a profitable business. It literally doesn't. You just have to figure out yourself. Everything is leadership driven, and if you suck as a leader, obviously it's going to be a little bit of a hard time to build anything worthwhile early on in your life when you got no experience. But this is why you need to go in there and get experience as fast as possible rather than gathering theory of how the real world works from trying to learn from professors that are not building any businesses, right? If you are trying to become rich when you're young, then you actually have to start making money when you're young. You can't get rich through going to school and then getting a job and then trying to save money after tax. Okay, so that's reason number 2. Because entrepreneurs, they usually have a lot of expenses in their businesses, perhaps, right? Well, those expenses are written off. We're talking about maybe a lot of your driving. We're talking about your internet, your phone, things that you need in order to operate your business. And anything else that happens inside your business, travel and all sorts of things that can be a business expense. Guess what? Entrepreneurs, they deduct that first and then they pay taxes on the remaining part. If you become an employee after college, right? You first have to go to college and then you become an employee. You have to pay all of your expenses after taxes, which means that you have very little room, very little navigation in terms of your expenses and in terms of how much money you make, because the government takes half of it or 1/3 or whatever it is. Business owners very often pay way less taxes than the normal rate that employees do. There's another reason why you should avoid going to college. I hope that the people that are watching this channel actually are making a decision that they will never ever remain employees. Because if you're going to remain an employee, yeah, of course, go to college. Go to get a university degree. Because you're going to be making more money over time if you're going to have a job, right? You don't want to work 3 jobs for 40 years, right? Working 2 or 3 jobs early on while you got the energy in order to prepare yourself for entrepreneurship while studying entrepreneurship in your free time, that's what I'm talking about here. The opportunity cost is that you're spending money on college, which instead of that money, imagine if you spent that money educating yourself in the entrepreneurial space. It's the same thing. But you just have to find legit people to invest that money into that will actually lead you and take you to your financial dreams. I've helped people to quit their jobs. I got one of my clients, 27 years old now, making $40K a month on YouTube. For crying out loud. I have another guy who lived in Qatar, who had a job as a flight luggage guy at the airport. He quit his job after 6 months of working with me, and now he's not making a lot of money, but he's making more than what he's made in his job, being free, doing what he loves, right? So that took him 6 months. It doesn't take you 4 years. If you are listening to people that actually know what they're doing, can help you on that way. Another thing that I wanted to mention, it's part of the opportunity cost again. Imagine how much you could make if you started working immediately instead of taking those 4 years studying. Working, for example, 80 hours a week with 2 or 3 jobs. You'd be making, let's say, 60 grand in a year. This is before tax, okay, that's fine. times 4 years is $240,000, which means that you've made almost $250,000 in those 4 years that you chose to go to college. This doesn't make any sense. It's right. So obviously you have to pay taxes on that money, but maybe you won't have to pay as much taxes as you think because you started a business and you got after-tax dollars. You understand what I'm saying? There are superior alternatives out there. What are they? Well, there's a revolution going on right now of communities of people that are helping other people to get financial freedom over the next span of 12, 24 to 48 months. 48 months is 4 years. What if it only took you 4 years to get your financial freedom? But it was 4 years of painstakingly educating yourself, non-formally, with people that already have their financial freedom, getting an online income, and learning how to sell anything so that you can succeed in any business. It doesn't have to be a specific business model even. You can choose anything. Like I've got a business model test inside of my system, right? As you can see here, I got a logo on my screen here called ONTRACC. This is my personal financial freedom community where I personally help you on a month-to-month basis. Currently, right now, I'm the only coach. Congratulations. You're going to sign up with me. I give you a 30-day free trial, and you can work directly with me on a daily basis, guiding you, holding you accountable, holding you consistent, helping you to figure out what your business model is going to be, figuring out which skills that you need to learn, and getting better and better and better at those skills on a daily basis while you work your jobs, in order for you to get your financial freedom in 12 to 18 months. If you work directly with me, that's kind of the time frame that I'm setting. It might take you longer, who knows? There's no guarantees in business, right? So let's take the alternatives side by side. You've got entrepreneurship, you've got school, college, university, whatever, you name it. On this side, it's group coaching, right? There's no university or college where you have one-on-one tutoring. Do you? Usually in college, you've got 30, 50, maybe 100 students if it's a subject that people are actually interested in. What you'll notice is first day of school, everyone shows up, and then within a week or a month, half of them are no longer showing up. It's group coaching. Okay. And then you go to the entrepreneurship side. Let's say you join my community. Here you got one-on-one coaching, free trial for 30 days, and then $99 a month after that. So let's say it took you 4 years. Okay? That's $4,800, and then you're financially free at the end of those 4 years. Financially free meaning that you've got passive income, you've built systems, you've replaced yourself, and you've got other people working for you now so that you don't have to work as hard in your business as you used to the first 4 years. Compared to a college degree where you pay $30,000 in addition to the $240,000 that you could have made. Do you see the savings? Why anyone would choose to go to college or university to get group coaching instead of one-on-one coaching from someone who already has had their financial freedom for the last 8 years. So since I quit my 9-to-5 job, October 2016, I called my boss and I said, I'm not coming in on Monday. And she's like, what the? It was kind of funny. Why would you choose going to college? It doesn't make any sense. So my last point that I'm just going to share is get your education. For the love of goodness, get your education. Education is the only way to improve yourself, improve society, improve everything in life. Ignorance is the killer of riches. But do not get a formal education going to an outdated college degree, university, campus crap, because it's going to provide such a detour to your journey towards riches. Trust me on this one. I went to university and I quit. I quit because I knew that entrepreneurship was for me. So if you want to get rich when you're young and you want to do things a little bit differently than I did it in terms of getting a mentor, because that's why it took me so long, right? I was 30 years old at the time that I managed to get financially free, of needing a job and having those skills that I needed. It doesn't have to take you that long. If you're 18 years old, if you're 21 years old, just get started. It is time. I'm fired up for you. I'm excited to see you succeed. I'll see you guys in the next one.